G'day guys and girls, this is another AlwaysMoto production, and this time it's an AlwaysMoto inspected video, and we are doing an installation piece. And today's product is actually from Ripclear Australia. You can see it just there in the background, and we're going to be installing some of these universal lens protections on the X brand goggles, just there. All right guys and girls, so this Ripclear Australia product, why do you need it on your goggle lens? Well, your goggle lens is always going to get scratched. Every time you use your goggles, every time you touch your goggles, get roosted in the face, you're potentially getting a scratch on your goggle lens. Now, lots of people will use tear-offs and leave a tear-off at the base layer with it cut off, with the tab cut off as a way of protecting their goggle lens. Well, this is just a much better idea. And think of this as your screen protector from your phone. It's a very similar idea, as you will see when we get to the video later in this video, where we're peeling it off and applying it to the goggle lenses. Now, this lenses these days are about $45 and up, some up towards $100. This is $35 for a two lens protectors in this universal pack. So it's a much more cost-effective method to protect your lens and stop having to look through those scratches as you're riding on your race days and ride days, and make it just so you have clear vision all the time. So what comes in the Ripclear Australia kit? Well, obviously here's the box. Here's our instructions on how to apply it. We've got our two lens protectors here, and we've got our cleaning supplies ready to help apply to our goggle lens. All right, let's get into the installation. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do with the actual universal lens protector is to check the fitment. Now, this is a universal product, so it's meant to fit most goggle frames. And the best way to check it is to just lay it on top of your goggle and check around the edges to make sure that it's not touching the frame anywhere. And in this instance, on this X brand Lucid, this universal protection piece doesn't touch anything, so I don't have to trim it. If you did have it touching the frame, say like this, it was touching the frame just here on the nose, you just get a pair of sharp scissors and trim it out to fit the actual frame, and then you can apply it straight on. Now, just like your phone protectors that we mentioned earlier, this has got two sticky tabs on it. Tab 1 is to go face down as per the instructions. Tab 2 is face up, and we'll get to that in the next step here. Now, step 2 for the application process of this Ripclear product is we've got to clean the goggle lens. We've actually got to clean this and make sure we've got a nice dry surface. Now, the Ripclear product comes with all the cleaning aspects you need. You've got your cleaning wipes, which you'll use first. You can then use the static cloth to clean it off and dry it off. And then these blue ones, if you ever wondered what these blue things are, these are a dust remover. You tab that onto the screen there. Once it's all clean and dry and you're picking up those fine, I just didn't do it right. You're dabbing this onto the lens here, and you're trying to pick up those last little bits of dust fibers, and it'll stick to this blue piece, and then you can pull it off, and then you're ready to apply the actual universal lens protector. So we're just going to start out cleaning. So you can probably see on the lens here, the little streak marks, that is from our leftover moisture. We're going to get the cloth now, and we're going to just dry and wipe that off. Make sure we've got no streaks under there at all. As you can see, streaks are now gone thanks to the cloth, and we're going to go to our blue dust mite sticky thing next. So we're going to be sticking this on just here to pick up those last little bits of dust fiber. Bit hard with one hand here, but you'll get the point. You're sticking it on, you're peeling it off. All right, I've got this last one stuck on here. I've covered it off. I've gone all the way around the lens multiple times with the blue sticky sheet, picked up all my dust mites. I'm going to peel that off. I'm going to peel off tab 1, and I'm going to face that down, and I'm going to stick this on, and you'll see the finished product in just a sec before we take off tab 2. So we've got it laid on here. We've centered the nose piece. We're height-wise up and down, nice and even. And all we've got to do here, you can just see there's the little line here that hasn't sat down yet. So we're just working that on with our fingers, getting out all the bubbles, which we'll get to. And then we'll be ready to pull off the tab 2 in just a second. There we have it. We've applied our Ripclear lens. We've taken off that second layer of the tab, which is just that last protectant bit. It's good to go. And that's how you do it.